Hey, greetings everyone. It is GleeCon and I am back again. Happy holidays. We just had Christmas yesterday where I ended up not making an episode. So I hope you had a good one. I did have a good day. Unfortunately, around late afternoon on Christmas Eve, I started getting sick. So my son, my daughter, everyone, not my wife, luckily for her, everybody got sick. So yesterday I really felt bad, unfortunately. So that was the worst one. So on top of all the busyness of Christmas, I was under the weather, not feeling good enough to make a video here. But I'm back today, so just bear with the voice. Drinking some hot coffee, and we'll see. We'll get through this. We finished off the World of Warcraft magazine. We finished off Duskwood. We've had a lot of cool finishing, so today kind of marks a new beginning. Stay a while and listen as we take Varrock, who will be tag teaming the Thousand Needles with Moln. Alright, so he doesn't have that many. That's Razorfen Crawl. This ore sample, I don't even... that actually wants us to get that from Thousand Needles. Steel Snap, I believe. Yeah, he patrols down there. And these things we need from various regions. Iron Bar I can get from wherever. The Azurite I think you get from Hillsbrad. So he's still working on that. He's only level 27. Which should be okay for Thousand Needles. Let's see what Brave Moonhorn says.
Brave Traveler, the centaurs have increased their attacks in this area. Freewind Post must know about this renewed harassment immediately. Seek Cliffwatcher Longhorn at Freewind Post to the southeast and give him this urgent message. Be warned, avoid the Grim Totem clan nearby. They have been acting strange toward us lately.
Now this is definitely more of a Horde zone, but that guy is technically neutral, so the Alliance can walk up and get on this bridge. I just did it with Airtor off camera yesterday, I think. The urgent message says, urgent message to Cliffwatcher Longhorn, a large centaur force from Camp Ethalk have raided one of our supply caravans. All members of the caravan were lost, as well as all supplies. This was a bold, unprecedented attack by the centaurs, and I fear there may be more. Alright, so he wants us to go down there. It's sort of a breadcrumby kind of zone. We see some 25s, 29s. I think that's probably our best bet, is to just go ahead and start down that way. Because that's the lower quests in the region. We could probably build, if I have it, yeah. Give ourselves a sharpening stone. Get our axe ready to go. While we're in here fighting our wing blade, which we've had for some time. Airtor is also up to 32, so that's the new bar set. We'll see as we get through these zones. I have not done this zone, I don't think, with anyone in Classic in a long time, years. If I look at my notes, I will be doing this zone next with my Horde and my wife's journey. I have also started another journey of sorts. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm going to start doing, because it's going to take a long time. You know, the rate of this show, it's probably going to be another year and a half minimum until we can get out from under the yoke of Classic and start questing in some other zones, which is fine. But I would like the experience to go differently, maybe more smoothly, almost like a strategy guide combined with a lore narrative, a walkthrough combined with a lore narrative when we do it again, because we're going to do Classic Wrath of the Lich King, but we're going to do everything, which means we're going to include all Burning Crusade content, and we're going to re-clear the Classic quests. Now, I don't think there will be almost no changes. Little ones here and there, I think maybe with Zul'Farrak, stuff like that, there might be a couple little changes, but really, maybe some things that switched over to Heroic. But I just don't think there's a ton. Like the Onyxia raid, stuff like that. That's why we're going to do this. We're going to finish this journey out because we do need to see the differences. And we'll mark those. But I think the quest database is going to be pretty darn much the same. If anything, there might be a couple extra quests added on. So, even as I do these with my wife, it's kind of trial and error. I kind of learn things, which is good because this is like almost like our beta. Playing through this regular classic, and we're really this is more like the alpha build, and then my wife and I are doing it. It's kind of like my beta. I do not need test of strength yet. So what I've done is, there are a few things that, at least in my experience, what makes this hard. One is there's no real good spreadsheet or list of all the quests by zone or anything like that, because there's so many footnotes and caveats and holiday quests and Dark Moon Fair and class quests and things like that that get in the way. We made our way down the road and we're now at Freewind Post, which is the main Horde city in this area. Also, quests that got removed, yada yada yada. There are also things that are technically correct, but they're maybe considered to be part of quest lines from other zones. Or all the quests that happen in, for instance, like the Alterac Mountains. Those all really technically should be counted as Hillsbrad quests, but then should they, shouldn't they? So it's kind of, there's just a need. So now we can fly. We've connected him to Thousand Needles. So let's pick up some quests. He's got the space. Wind Rider.
I've been tasked to recruit more wyverns for the Master Wind Riders. Their numbers are growing, and I myself hope to become a Wind Rider one day. However, we cannot train enough wyverns to keep up with the demand. Perhaps you can help me, adventurer. I need you to travel to High Perch to gather some wyvern eggs. From here, head northwest along the canyon walls to a ramp that will lead you into High Perch. Be careful. Wyverns are very protective over their eggs, and they will not be kind to intruders.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, yeah, just a ton of guards. That's all this place really is. Alien eggs. We got another.
A rumor has surfaced about an alien egg here in Thousand Needles. Those that report seeing this egg have failed to even get close enough to examine it in detail. Serpents guard the egg as if it's one of their own. I want you to seek out this alien egg and bring it to me so that I may examine it. Reports say the egg is located within a serpent den, but there are several serpent dens along the base of the cliff walls south and northeast of Freewind Post.
Alright, now the majority of the neutral quests I think are out here, so Eritor is going to be setting up out here. This is not really an alliance zone, although there's enough neutral quests that let us. This is a lore keeper. He has a combination. Oh, he has an alchemy recipe.
We shall meet again.
Mostly reagents. Here's the butcher.
And honor.
Nothing there. Here's this guy.
Hail.
What do you want, warrior? An urgent message for me?
More bad news! These centaurs have gone too far! They raided one of my supply caravans and slaughtered the whole party! This is an outrage, and it will not go unpunished.
1 silver, come on.
Adventurer, I entreat you to hunt these
Nice change
centaur
tone.
down. They shall feel the wrath of our revenge. Attack the centaur camp to the north of Freewind Post. Let wrath guide your hand.
Okay, I will do so. What else do we got here? We got a stable master, a winter reveler. I don't care about those guys. We do have a trade supply person back here. Leatherworking. Some randos, a general goods person.
Brings you here?
Okay.
As the
An
wind
innkeeper.
blows, you are always welcome.
Where's my? Okay, let's go ahead and make this in my new home
As the
base.
wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel welcome here. With all you Tauren Alright, so really not a lot. Oh, there's a quest we missed somewhere back here. Wanted Arnak Grim Totem. Arnak the outcast is wanted for the heinous crimes of murder and kidnapping. Handsome rewards will be given to those brave enough to bring this criminal to justice. Arnak was last seen on the cliffs near the Dark Cloud Pinnacle. Show the proof of your deed to Cliff Watcher, Longhorn, and Freewind Post to claim the reward. Leggings. Alright, so... Okay, we got quests around. It looks like the centaur thing up here is probably the best one. There's a test of faith. This assassination plot. We get that from a Gallic messenger who runs around. So we may or may not be able to find that. Alright, so this is a good start. Alright, this would be a good place to have like a feather fall. This zone. Saving up all those stinking feathers. This would be where you'd finally want to use them. I don't know if I'm going to make that elevator in time. For the Horde! Oh man, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna just stay here. I'm not gonna make it. It's too long. The bridge is too long. I don't know if that thing would have fall faster than my falling rate. And if there's a decent chance it would fall at least as fast, which means I'd be out of luck, which wouldn't happen in real life, but in this game, yeah. Alright, so we can finally go start killing in our new zone here. So, anyway, what I was saying before was, so, my goal is to do it, is just continue to iterate and improve. So I've made my own spreadsheet. I will be referencing it continually throughout as we play. I'm pre-making it now, so there should be a polished product by the time we get to Wrath Classic. And then we will follow that spreadsheet. I will link the spreadsheet in the comments, in the description each time. And I will discuss as we go, make notes as needed. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been hitting old homeboy here. Oh, I forgot he stuns on that.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot he can interrupt. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Use my block, my constant block. Okay, it's all coming back to me. Dang it. Oh, shoot. Why'd she run away? She's gonna come back, too. She's gonna heal herself again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is terrible. This is bad business on my part. Okay, so I finally got her. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
Why would you run away, you jerk? Come on.
I'm out of range.
Alright, so, let's get it together, bro. It's been too long. I forgot my rotation. I forgot I needed to get the block in, and we'll get there. We'll get there. Luckily, he's very tough and survivable, so we survived my foolishness. I gotta save this, okay, so I say we start with the bleed. Get that going. Oh yeah, then I gotta get my block. See that nice interrupt there? We always have to we always have to save enough for the shield bash. Because what's gonna happen is she's gonna try to interrupt us. We do need these wranglers. I'm coming for you, bro. I guess I should be using... Why, man? Okay, we get a nice stun going on. And then I get, yeah, I guess I gotta... That becomes my main rage spender. Alright, so we got my Wranglers. He needs the leveling up too. Who is after me? Oh, because I'm enraged. 27. Alright, so we start with that. Great. Hit the stun if we can. Yeah, I guess if I'm soloing, the bleed is more effective than the Sunder Armor. But again, I don't really have... man. It's a shame that I just don't have anything to counter that net with. Maybe the Sunder Armor is better. I don't know. We just keep going with what we have. Okay. Yeah, my life is not so good. I do have these bandages, which are helpful. Okay, we hit him with a stun. Sure, we'll get one Sunder in there, and then we keep the block and everything going. Yeah, it's really just about... Oh, I gotta keep that. No, I missed the... I wasn't trying to get too much... Trying to do too much. That shout through my rotational. She's not getting stunned, so... That's unfortunate. I'm gonna change... I didn't want that to happen. Okay, she parried me. Okay, then we know as we're getting low, we gotta save our mana for her. She's stunned. That's good. Okay, she starts running before. Alright, we will bandage up. All told, he's handling his own pretty well. I mean, these guys are a couple levels beneath. But what do we need to do? We need to... Oh, we still need 12 scouts also, so we have plenty of guys that we need to get. Okay, let's get that shield up. Lay a Sunder on there. That's another Wrangler. Maybe I came in... Maybe if you went into the, like from the other side. Yeah, stinker. Alright. See, that was a very short stun. I wonder if it's like consecutive stuns or less. Oh. Okay. So unfortunately, he is going to be killing slow. So in my spreadsheet, everything that I've talked about that I'm going to be making, I actually started. I wanted to pick classes that, one, I like. Two, I haven't, or I'm not in the process of doing the same thing with. Three, that, have some aspect of their class that makes them viable, whatever that is. And of course I need to do one Horde and one Alliance, so you get some, you know, the combinations of which things are available, and then if at all possible, I want to be keeping a certain flow going. So that was just going to be icing on the cake, but I was able to maintain that. So, for the Alliance side, this is just for my own. You guys won't ever see this on camera. This is an off-the-camera kind of experiment that I'm doing. But from the Alliance side, I decided to make a human mage. So, I do already have an Alliance mage on this show. That was the con, because I'm already kind of doing an Alliance mage, although I am doing a gnome. So, that I don't love. The other con is there's not a lot of variability, especially when leveling with the mages. I haven't decided to pick my spec. I have some time to do that. Got it just in time. So, finally there's a scout over here. I made him, I kind of modeled him after Khadgar. Just for fun. I made him look like Khadgar's model. Also, but I named him, Khadgar of course was taken. And since I'm not doing anything other than doing this as like my own experiment sort of, there's no need for me to adhere to anything like, do I have to stick to role-playing? Do I have to stick to whatever? So, like I said, I typically like to go funny with it, and so I named him Dadgar. Just because I like that. Okay, we got a second guy here. Bro. That's annoying. Come on. They just pin me. Get some things going on here. We got some, gosh, forsake it. I can use my last stand if I have to.
I'm out of range.
Ooh, that was close. Alright, do I have any food I can eat? Yeah, let's eat that watermelon. So, the pros of the mage are, well, they don't have any healing, so that's also a con. However, they do have the ability to make their own food and water, which does allow for in between the fight healing, and then they have enough utility options to sort of offset that. So those are the two big cons. One is that we've already done an Alliance mage. Two is that no self-healing, which is a big deal when you're trying to solo every piece of content in the game. But all that being said, I thought that the other further pros, though, in addition to that, were one, they're a good class. Classic does give some love to the mages. Two, they have the they have teleportation, which when you're doing this constant flow where you're going level by level in a certain zone, travel is a big part of what you're going to be doing, so the ability to just port from city to city is priceless. Also, gold doesn't really have as much of a you actually will have pretty decent access to gold and gear by doing this strategy that I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this guy.
I can't do that yet.
So, that's actually not as big of a deal. Because you're doing every quest, a lot of what you're doing, you'll be doing it when you're higher level. You'll level more slowly through the quests and content. you'll wind up doing a lot of gray quests. So, yeah, because I wasn't going to go after this guy yet. And I know this just because I've done this in various ways. Plus, it just makes sense if you think about it. So, I wish I would have stunned him at the same time he stunned me, but he doesn't really have any place to run to. He netted me, but... Gotta get better on this rotation. Maybe I gotta... So, also, I don't mind playing the mage class. It's not my favorite class, but we're kind of... I mean, my favorite classes are rogue, which... So, yeah, so now I'll talk about the other options here. So warrior would have been a good pick, as you're seeing right now. Because they are just obviously they can't heal, so the lack of healing is a downgrade. They kind of make up for that by being so stinking durable. So they make up for it almost as much as the mage does. I actually kind of think a mage is a little bit, because of their in-between fighting stuff and their different utilities, I kind of feel like the mages are a little bit better when it comes to this kind of thing. But that's probably just me. When it comes to, like, survivability, yeah, so we gotta try to make this girl not run. No heals. There you go, get a stun. Okay, so we don't need any more of those. We need one more Wrangler, we need a butt ton of scouts. There's a chest over there, but I don't care about it. So, warrior, because the warrior in classic is like the top DPS in the game, and is the best tank in the game, they just naturally lend themselves to, well, yeah, anybody in-game content would take me. I'll always be, welcomed in whatever I do, and be able to excel at it. But other than that, so that was a strong candidate. The problem with that is I'm playing a warrior here, and he's going to be one of the ones we take till the end. And I am playing a warrior with my wife, which we're doing it the way that I plan on doing it. So it really would have had a lot of redundancy. There's a scout. I just felt like it was too much redundancy. I've got a protection going on here. I've got an arms weird, so I could try to figure it out, like, I don't know, a Fury Warrior. And even then, like, I'm already doing it. With my wife, I'm teamed up. She's a healer, so, like, yeah, see, we gotta kind of do this little back and forth strategy. So I just felt like it was too similar between us doing it here, and so that made me not want to do protection. Then a couple scouts way back there. I guess the easiest way would be to cut through this guy, even though I don't want to have to fight him again. So really just because of my own personal things, my own personal journey is the only reason why Warrior didn't make it, because otherwise I enjoy playing Warriors, not Protection so much. It's just too tedious for me. The slow grind of the old Protection Warrior. But it's still, they have perks. I'm not good enough either, or not that I'm not good enough. I don't care to, like, swap gear sets constantly. Like, the best warriors are so good because of what they do. And I just don't care. I just got some shoulders. 59, they're leather. Mine are actual metal. Alright, we need some tin. Well, I needed you anyway, buddy. Oh, we're gonna be fighting too, it looks like. Why? You wanted to run and get a third on me? Oh my gosh. Okay. So we are in some serious shakes here. Oh man, and what do they do? I'm probably screwed. Gotta get this block going. No, come on. I gotta run. Gotta see if I can outrun these guys. Because there's too many and they're chaining more and more into each other. I'm probably dead. Just pulled my last stand up. Maybe I can survive. Maybe. Woo! Alright, I guess I'll use a bandage. I don't have any food. That was close. Had to use my potion. Yeah, that was close. And close and not, like, sustainable in the long run. Because now, like, I was clearing my way through this dungeon. I mean, through this content. They're just annoying. I don't have my hamstring on. I don't think hamstring works if you're in defensive. I didn't use my. I didn't use my.
Can't do that yet.
She's chaining into him. Luckily, she didn't get picked up. All right, we just need the stupid scouts. I didn't even see that guy. These guys are annoying. Okay, you have to. The way they fight you too, like they keep bouncing and weaving out. Yeah. So otherwise, I would suggest Warrior's not a bad pick if you are into. Trying this journey out on your own. I need to make another stone. It wore off just now. Okay, so then let's go down the list. So if you look at the ones that can eventually become male wearers, okay. Also, we could look at Paladin. Well, Paladin was automatically nixed for me because that's what we're gonna do on camera together when I do this thing. So when I do the adventure or whatever. And Erator is, you know, our best character. He's sticking around till the end. So for multiple reasons, we had no. It would have been way too redundant. Way too redundant to do. I don't know why he's running backward like that. Super annoying. I'm trying to get him to run to me. He pulled two. Okay.
Can't do that yet.
And maybe. Don't. I don't know why they do this.
I need you closer. Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet.
Bro, they're so annoying the way they tag team.
I can't do that yet.
And then the way he's sitting there too, like
Out of range.
use my other potion.
It's too far away.
What the freak, man? Okay, so now this becomes like a full-on deathmatch here. Can I survive? Right. Oh my gosh. Whew, those guys were so freaking annoying. That was tough. I did have to burn through almost my last potion. Oh gosh. It's the way they're moving around, the way they move around. It makes them so, like, likely to pull somebody else. We need to get to 125 with him so I can actually mine the iron I need. I think there's another ore back here. Yeah. Hopefully this will give me to 121. Yeah, so Paladin, I didn't even have to think about it. I love Paladins. They would have been a perfect candidate, as we see with Erator. But because that's what we're going to do on camera for the Classic, and because of us doing it with Erator, it was just, that one was automatically excluded. Same thing if you kick over to Shaman. Shaman, great potential candidate. Love them. They're a great class for this. But because we... now, who's our shaman? I'm trying to remember who we do as a shaman. Oh, our whatever, rune totem guy. Earth Fury, Moln. Gosh, I pulled the second one. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? So, because of that, Shaman was out of it. That's a scout too, at least. So the two best, because Shaman, I'm going to be doing that one on our Burning Crusade Classic run slash Wrath run. So we were kind of toast there a little bit. Alright, how many do we have? 2. 3 more. But again, they have good travel, they have great utility, they have healing, they're durable, they're probably... they're possibly they can win the prize for the best overall candidate with shamans. But they're not eligible. Freaking... What a jerk. Literally hate everything I do. You're gonna heal him? I knew it. Now I gotta kill her first. Are you freaking kidding me? Now I gotta run. I'm gonna probably die. I mean, I guess I could use the last potion to get away. Jeez. Okay, maybe if I just hold on to her just right here and fight her. And use my last... I probably didn't. I just heard a stealthing person. Oh, undead rogue. Gotta fight my way through. That was good. I don't know if he's gonna... He did, he just happened to be in the vicinity, I guess, and decided, hey, I'll help you out. Alright, so I need scouts. That was the scout I was supposed to kill. I hate these scouts. They're super annoying because they keep running. And my block doesn't really work on their... What is it? Yeah, I don't think block works on arrows. I think it does. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. You shake that guy. Alright, we need 2 more. Well, there's a quest right here too. It says assassination plot. Where does that come from? Oh, a Gallic messenger. Oh, that's the thing that travels. So I'm not worried about that. We'll pick that up from somebody else. So we just need 2 more Gallic scouts. We just have to find them. The Wrangler. Yeah, they're just annoying. Okay. There's a scout. There's a scout right here.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, we will fight him. Kind of like this, me fighting him up against the wall of the tent. It feels like he doesn't, yeah, he didn't really know what to do or how to run. There's another scout there. I really need a gun with this character. Something. Thrown weapon, a bow. It's a Wrangler. Wind chaser. I think it's probably smart if I kill this Wrangler. Just to get in there. Yeah, this has ended up taking like a majority of the episode to kill this. Yeah, so there you go. Hunter, you know, if anybody that's watching this show, you know I hate hunters. So Hunter was automatically excluded for me because I just don't like that. I just don't like to be a hunter. So I would not subject myself to that. I'll play hunters, but not for an experience where I'm going to spend a crazy amount of time with somebody. That's not cool. That wasn't going to happen.
Can't do that yet.
So,
Can't do that yet.
so yeah, so Hunter was a non-starter for me.
Can't do that
So
yet.
I don't even need to discuss him. I was just never going to pick Hunter.
I can't do that.
Even though I know people love them. They're good. The reason why I don't love them is because I suck. Blah, blah, blah. It's just not my cup of tea. It's one of my least favorite, least enjoyable classes to play. Probably my second least, because you know that I do not like priests. So, so there you go. So because I don't like hunters, and because of the shaman and the shaman, warrior, and paladin already being tapped, that takes out 4 of the 9 classes. Okay, so Druid is viable. The downside of Druid is that's what I was playing on Season of Discovery, so I just started doing this. So there would be some heavy overlap in the beginning that I'd have to chew through. Although all I did was finish Mulgore, so it would only last for 1 zone, but for 1 zone it would be a little annoying. Now, other than that, the second major downside of the Druids for me is I don't want to play a tank Druid, and in classic tank Druid and feral Druid are very, very, very similar anyway. There's almost not like a difference, just a couple talent points here and there. Balanced Druids don't appeal to me, and They also suck. They're one of the worst DPS specs you can be in Classic. I didn't even see that little dude there. And then... Now, Restoration's good, but that is what I'm doing with Muln. No, I'm not. So, not... Whatever they call it, basically. The Healing Druid, that's potentially good. However, then I would have to level as a healer. And every single thing you read is like, don't level as a healer, just switch. Well, if I'm gonna do that, then I might as well play Feral anyway, since that appeals to me more. The downside on that being, Shalacir is a Feral. So, she, I'm gonna be playing a spec I've already playing to mitigate that a little bit. I could make that my druid, my horde. But then after that, there's a lot of perks. You get all the stealth perks of a rogue. You get the self-healing. You can tank where needed. You can survive the fact that they are very annoying to play through for the first 20 levels. Until you can get some of those forms, then you'll be fine. So it's going to be annoying in the beginning, some redundancy, but eventually I think it will be okay and it'll pay off. So that makes Druid a very good candidate.
Well met.
We cannot take care of all the threats in this area alone. We could use another fighting hand, Narok.
For my gratitude, this is for you, adventurer.
Grim Totem's fine.
You have served us well in the past, so I now entrust to you an important mission. The Grim Totem clan is up to something secretive. 3 agents of unknown origin were seen visiting the Grim Totem over the recent weeks. We discovered that separate chests in Dark Cloud Pinnacle hold these guarded messages. Adventurer, if you succeed in this dangerous mission, I will reward you in kind. Go.
Okay, and it does look like the gear is decent. Like his gear was some wrist guards that would be an upgrade for us. I could have sworn I just saw like a gunsmith or something that could repair, because that's what we ultimately need. There we go.
Peace, friend.
Alright, so I mean, I can use this bow. I just don't have any. I need it for the ranged pull. I just don't have any arrows. So I need to. Yeah, I don't want that. I just want one. I could do razor arrows. Okay, so we go ahead and put those on there. But you have to keep them in your inventory still. It's a little bit of a pain. 3 and 3. Whoa. 3 intellect and 3 spirit. That's not very good. So I'll sell that. I don't need the juice. This is a two-hander of an axe. In case I'm not going to ever go into two-hitting mode. So screw that. Yeah. Okay. The rest of it, I think, goes along with what we're doing. For my blacksmithing. Okay, so what can we do here? The next thing for 1,000 Needles is this alien egg. So let's just go find that. We do still have, 5-10 minutes left of episode, so maybe we can find a quick one. So that meant that Druid was a good candidate. And it's not gonna... The spec won't matter as much because it'll be off camera for you guys. It'll just be a little bit redundant for me. Because it's gonna be the same... Pretty much exact same path I take with Shalacir. What else do we have? Rogue. Rogue was a strong candidate. If I was gonna pick a rogue, I wanted to pick an alliance rogue. And then my only issue then becomes that my main is alliance rogue. The entire journey where I've done every single quest in the game that I still keep as my main. I've done all the stuff with, I've experienced every single rogue quest is an alliance rogue. So while it is a Worgen and not whatever I would pick for classic, I've just done Rogue so much, so while Rogue is a super good candidate, because it's a class I like, there's an alien egg right there. It just, I've been there and done that, so I want to try to experience it with something that I haven't done. So through no fault other than, again, my own personal stuff, Rogue is kind of, and I was still very much on the fence about picking Rogue. And I really could have gone either way with Rogue. But, down to the last minute, I was in between Rogue. So then, that leaves us with the three cloth options to discuss. We might have to fight that guy. Yeah. So the three cloth options were Priest, which I hate. So just like Hunter, automatically gone. Warlock, one, between doing it on Farinel and playing with my wife, I just have been realizing I just don't love the Warlock class that much. Maybe it's my son's like, I hate classes that have pets. He just doesn't like them. But you know what? I'm starting to think, like, maybe I don't really like them either. I don't know, because both those classes are just not as fun.
That yet.
But Death Knight, I like Death Knight, and you kind of have a pet with Death Knight. I don't know. So either way, but it made the decision easy because Warlock is one of the ones I'm doing this exact thing with. Just like Warrior is, Warlock's already kind of taken. So while Warlock, I don't really hate Warlock. I just don't love Warlock, and I'm already doing it. So that would leave Mage, and Mage was a good candidate for all the reasons I discussed. So 2 classes were of the 9, only 2 could win, so 7 had to not win. 2 of the 7 were omitted because I don't like to play them, and I would not willingly undergo such a monumental task as one of them. That leaves 5 classes. Of those 5, 2 of them I am currently doing it with my wife, and I don't want to redo that again with the same class. That leaves 3. 3 that got omitted. One of those 3 is because they're my main, old Twinkie Poo, and the other 2 are the 2 that I'm going to be doing the project with you guys on camera. So I really had 3 options, and between the 3, I ditched the Rogue.
I must know more about this mysterious egg. Who knows what will hatch from it?
Yes, finally, the mysterious egg has finally been delivered to me. Now let me take a closer look at this. What is this? If I did not see that with my own eyes, I would never have believed it to be true. Vengeance has come to Thousand Needles. Adventurer, you must act quickly. Go now and seek out Motega Firemane. He is located at Whitereach Post, just northwest of Freewind Post along the road. He will know what to do.
He ran off. Alright, so this little egg hatched, and it's that... Whoa, look, it's killing. It just killed somebody. Young Arikara. What is it doing? So it went over and killed somebody. And then ran off. That's kind of cool. Alright, so he's over there at this other place. That's where we need to go. So maybe we'll at least walk down over there and be ready for our next one. Secret note spying. Unrefined ore sample. I mean, test of faith, we have that up there too. That's another one of the main ones. But we'll go check out Serpent Wild, because that seems like a quick one for us. So yeah, so I've made my one alliance now. As far as how I'm gonna do it, We're going to go thorough every zone. One of the things I'm not doing with my wife that I've learned my lesson on when I say every quest, I want to do every available quest. Which means I have to go zone by zone for both factions, and I have to collect every neutral quest as well, which means I'll be doing a lot of double dipping. Like, for instance, you don't typically go run and do all the neutral quests in Ratchet or Duratar or whatever, but these are things I'm going to have to do. Or even worse, like there is a quest in Duratar right around here for the Goblin. You have to, it's technically a neutral quest. The Goblins are what get you. So you technically have to find your way to Duratar and quest in that zone. Do the 1 or 2 quests that he has. Now, here's another reason why this sort of kind of worked out for me. Of the starting zones, they are actually not all created equally. Some are harder than others. Of the Alliance, the easiest one is Elwyn Forest. It has the lowest level quests. Teldrassil is in the middle, so being a night elf, and Dun Morog for the gnomes and dwarves actually is the hardest of the 3 starting zones with the highest level mobs. From the Horde side, Mulgar and Duratar are both equal. They're both low level, easy zones to start in, but Tristful Glades is the harder of the 3. Or I don't know how we were going to spy on these guys up there. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it yet, I guess. We'll figure that. That's a problem for next time, Varrock. Yeah, and now I'll have to do these off camera as well. So, the good thing by picking a human, well, my options are pretty open. Humans can be like 6 out of the 9 classes. But it did, of course, take Alliance Druid off the table. Alliance Shaman, of course. That's obviously off the table for all Alliance. You can't even do it. And, trying to remember what else you can't be as a human. Maybe a hunter? Can't start as a hunter. Because I know you can be warrior, priest, paladin, mage, rogue, warlock. Yeah, so it must be hunter. So that took hunter off the table anyway. Ooh. And then but I just couldn't be Forsaken, so I could have been any of the other 3 if I wanted. But I'm gonna go Tauren. Just because they're my favorite Horde race. Also, that gives me the Druid option. And since I already knew Druid was like the best candidate, then I had to think to myself, well, which kind do I want to be? Well, I'm doing a Feral Druid with you guys. So if I'm already going to double dip and kind of make it Feral, I might as well go Horde Druid. Okay, so here's a little camp where we're going to leave off. This is called White Reach Post.
Vengeance, so the legend of Arikara is true. Indeed, this is a problem that must be resolved immediately. Arikara is a deadly creature that must be dealt with swiftly. In order to hunt her down, you will need to light the sacred fire of life. This will summon Arikara. Go now and harvest the rare Incendia agave plant. Once you have harvested enough agave, seek counsel with Magatha Grimtotem on Elderrise in Thunder Bluff. She is a powerful shaman that can enchant the agave plant to create a powder that will light the fire. Travel northeast to the boiling pool and gather Incendia agave.
Okay.
Ancestors watch for you.
And this guy.
I am the only survivor from our caravan attacked by the centaur. A rare yet mighty panther is guarding my best gizmo, which is around his neck. Ha! Even the centaur tremble in the presence of this ferocious beast. Here is the key to the cage. They took everything there but left him alone. Slay this beast and bring back my hypercapacitor, and I shall reward you. The wrecked caravan is just north of here.
Alright, so that's just a elite quest. That's it. I don't know where he wants it from. Yeah, right there. But I'm not. I'm gonna believe it. It says it's a 20 31 elite, I believe.
I've been expecting.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Don't need light feathers with him or brilliant skills. Alright, so that's a stopping point for us. We're going to just log right here, and I'll catch... Actually, let me go get that ore. We'll catch this up. That's just copper, but that's still fine. Do I want to fight that tiger for it? Ideally, no. So that means off camera I'll get to work on catching up. Really, that's... We don't... I can't get up there. I don't have a lot of catch up to do. Well, screw that. Because we did like 2 quests. We came down and we went to Freewind Post. We went and killed some centaurs, and then we went and got a little egg and then traveled back over here. So really not a lot of action. Because killing the centaurs was so tricky for my character. Alright, so we have another episode in the pipe. Side by side. Thank you everybody so much for watching and for listening, and you will see me on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. See ya.